If we're trying to decide if a graph represents a function or not, what we have to keep in mind is that, remember, a function is a relationship where each input value has exactly one output, and a non-function is where we have some inputs with more than one output. So if we're looking at a graph, remember the input values go on the x-axis, the outputs are on the y-axis. So what this will look like is if we have a function, any vertical line will cross the graph in at most one point. It'll never cross the graph at more than one point. And a non-function will have some vertical line that passes through more than one point at once. So let's do the vertical line test. Let's take a vertical line like this one here in green. We're going to drag it across the coordinate plane and see if it ever crosses our red V shape here, the graph of our relationship, in more than one point. So here it's touching at this one point there. We keep going. The point where it's intersecting is going down the green line, but it's never crossing at more than one point. We get to the corner, it's still touching one point, and it keeps intersecting at exactly one point. So the whole way across this green vertical line touches in exactly one point, never more than one point. So that means that this is a function. Y equals f of x is the graph of a function. F of x is a function. Let's try, for sake of comparison, the other graph here. So let's take that same vertical line and drag it across. So here, this is the graph of our relationship. We drag it across. As soon as we start touching the graph, we're hitting 2 points. And now we're hitting 1, 2, 3, 4 points at once. 3 points. Now we're hitting 2 points the whole way across. So we're never going to have a point where this vertical line only touches 1 point on the red graph. So it's really not the graph of a function. Each point has at least 2 different outputs. Each input has at least 2 different outputs. So this is not a function. G of x is not a function. This vertical line crosses here and there. There are 2 outputs for this one input here.